This hour brought to you by GCNLife.com. Live younger, look younger, feel younger at GCNLife.com.
Friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I use nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and sometimes deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your health and vitality and well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health challenge. That is why we are here every day in The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 33 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes, hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like acne, psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds. Recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle, but what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it's a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call that a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health, nutrition, prescription drugs, we want to hear from you. We want to be your go-to source on all things health and nutrition. 844-236-6010 is our number, 844-236-6010. If you have a comment or success story you'd like to share, if you have questions about our longevity products or our true skin health products, 844-236-6010 is our number on The Bright Side. If you want to purchase longevity products, you can call 866-735-2470 or head to brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com and purchase products right off the website. And also, if you'd like to start a longevity business and be in business for yourself and help spread the word about how powerful and important a good nutritional supplement program can be, and if you'd like to represent the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and Healthy Start Pack and Glucogel Caps and Occutive and all the other fine longevity products, call 866-735-2470 for more info, or click on the Join the Team link at brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, or criticalhealthnews.com. All right, welcome back to The Bright Side. Thanks for joining us. We have been meme busting memes, inoculating against mind viruses. Memes are mind viruses. They pass themselves along from human to human. They use human beings as vectors, human minds as vectors. They're mind viruses because they infect our minds. They infect our belief system, our belief systems. They make us believe things. If you're believing something and then you become a little bit introspective and you say, well, why do I believe that? And you can't figure out why. You've been infected. Critical thinking inoculates us from mind viruses, examining our beliefs, looking for factual basis, looking for what we can observe in our personal experiences. Observations via personal experience is the best way to inoculate yourself from a mind virus. What is observable in personal experience is the best barometer of whether you're dealing with a reality or a virus. If it doesn't stand up to personal personal experience, to examination or scrutiny, you're dealing with a mind virus. And here's the problem. One of the biggest things with mind viruses is when they infect someone, when somebody gets infected, that person will have complete conviction. Facts don't matter to an infected human being. This is the biggest problem with mind viruses. In order for them to survive, they have to make the carrier of the virus completely believe in them, completely infected by the belief system. You cannot argue with somebody who's been infected with a mind virus. The only way to meme bust is if you have a willing patient, or if you do it yourself. Actually, that's the best way, is to do it yourself. You got to do a virus sweep of your own mind. If you have a thought that's causing you to act in a certain way or affecting you somehow, ask yourself if it's true. And if you say yes, ask yourself if you're sure it's true. Ask yourself if you know for sure, positive it's true. If you don't know for sure, positive it's true, and it's affecting you somehow, it's causing you to act somehow, you've been infected. Ask yourself how you know that vaccinations are good for you. Now, I know I'm preaching to the choir here, but ask yourself how you know that cholesterol is the bad guy in heart disease. Ask yourself how you know that you should be eating the paleo diet. Now, there's all of these ways that we operate in our lives based on belief systems, but we never question. We don't often question. Now, present company excluded, of course, because you're listening to this program, and this is a meme-busting program. But out there in the real world, in the non-bright side world, especially in the world of medicine and the world of health, memes are constructed for us. Memes are constructed for us by businesses, insurance companies, pharmaceutical companies, food companies. Pretty much anybody who's selling us something is trying to infect us with a meme. And in the real world, in the non-bright side world, we live on memes because the brain is economical. A meme is a shortcut. It allows us to believe something without us having to think about it or expend energy thinking upon it. Problem is, people manipulate this tendency of the brain to be economical and to use shortcuts. Almost every month, you got a new disease, a new way that we can interact with the medical model, a new drug that we can take. Psych drugs are the classic category. Almost every week, there's a new psych drug that comes out. In the last 2 weeks, I read about a drug for endometriosis, and I read about a drug, the female sex drug. We talked about that a couple weeks ago, the female libido drug that tweaks your body's hormone system so that your libido goes up. Under conditions of stress, you don't have a libido because you're not supposed to have a libido under conditions of duress. Excessive long-term duress, that is. Psych drugs are the classic ones, though. You can't really prove psych problems, so that makes it perfect fodder for a meme. Everything about psychiatry is belief. Now, they'll tell you, oh, we do studies, but then studies also lend themselves to memes. I had a problem with studies. Vaccines, vaccinations, that's another meme. Diets, the fireman's diet, the South Beach diet, the paleo diet, the keto diet, these are all examples of memes. Probably the most powerful meme and the most dramatic meme and the most impactful meme, mind virus, to ever hit the pharmacomedical model world is the statin meme. I would say that's got to be number one on the list. The idea that cholesterol causes heart disease, if you knocked on doors and asked random people, they would tell you cholesterol causes heart disease. If you knocked on doctors' offices and went to random doctors, they would tell you cholesterol causes heart disease. This is a major, major, major mind virus in the culture, maybe the most significant in all of medicine. Anyone who understands biochemistry is not going to be affected by this meme. If you understand, and this is why I always say, if you're sick, go to a biochemist, not to a doctor, because you're going to be treated mimetically if you go to a doctor. But if you go to a biochemist, you're going to be treated, or at least you'll understand what's going on from a biochemical perspective. And our biology is based in biochemistry, not memes. So anyone who understands biochemistry, anyone who really studies cholesterol is going to be inoculated against the cholesterol bad guy meme. And you don't have to be a biochemist. You don't have to be a scientist. It's just a little bit of common sense. All you got to know is that cholesterol is the body's most important, multifunctional, health-controlling, building, anabolic, stress management substance. It is beyond description how valuable and important this molecule is. And if you're a biochemist, you'll get that. If you just do a little bit of reading and you see cholesterol is basically stress hormone, it's basically female hormone, it's basically male hormone, it's basically vitamin D, it's involved in the construction of all of our cells, especially involved in nerve cell conduction, it's electrical, it's powerful, powerful stuff. And if you understand what cholesterol is, and when I say cholesterol is all those things, I mean slight tweaks of cholesterol. If you understand how important it is, you'll understand that drugging the system that makes cholesterol is not smart. It's just dumb, unless you believe the meme. And remember, you can't argue with somebody who believes the meme. So your doctor, and I'm not knocking on doctors, but they believe the meme. So don't bother arguing with your doctor about it. That ain't going to help. Just use your common sense. Yesterday, I read an article that quoted a study from the British Medical Journal that once again disproved the association between high cholesterol and heart disease, concluding that statins were a waste of time. It's not that they're a waste of time, it's that they're a waste of cellular resources. They're a waste of cells. They're a waste of dollars, not a waste of time. There's a whole other story. If you understand how important cholesterol is, you can understand why statin drugs can be a problem. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. Got lots of lines open for you. We'll be back on the bright side right after this.
Hi, I'm Dan Pilla. I started fighting the IRS over 40 years ago when they tried to seize my mother's house. I sued the IRS and won. I beat the IRS then, and I've been beating them ever since. I wrote the book on tax debt settlement, and I've helped thousands of people deal with tax problems they thought might never be solved. I can help you too. If you owe taxes you can't pay, don't wait another day. There's no such thing as a hopeless tax case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX or go to my website, danpilla.com. That's danpilla.com, danpilla.com.
If you owe money to the IRS, you need to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. It starts with a devastating letter, and if you don't act immediately, you could find yourself having your wages garnished or have a lien placed on your property. But there's a solution. Tax 10,000 can help. Avoid enforced compliance, where these holds on your income and seizure of your home could become a nightmare that just won't end. Call 800-239-9957 now and speak to one of our experts. 800-239-9957 is the number to link you directly to a tax resolution specialist who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, all the forms will be handled for you. All you have to do is make the toll-free call, 800-239-9957. Find out if you qualify and possibly save yourself thousands of dollars, not to mention a lot of headaches. It could be the best call you've made today. That number again, 800-239-9957. The service does not provide tax settlement or legal services. We will refer you to a company that does provide such services. Often the IRS will not agree to any reduction in the amount owed. Not all taxpayers who owe more than $10,000 will qualify for a tax reduction program.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon you'll need a plan and place to survive. Forget bunkers. You're not a live underground gopher. You need survivalist camps, the ultimate fully functional, off-the-grid mobile survival bug-out house that's well-equipped and custom-built to outlast any other RV or trailer. Bold statement? You bet. See them now at survivalistcamps.com. That's survivalistcamps.com. Trust your family's survival to survivalistcamps.com.
Complement your health with hemp-derived cannabinoid oil. We've always believed that the closer to Earth, the better it is for our bodies. Our hemp-derived cannabinoid oil is phytocannabinoid-rich, full-spectrum, and organically grown. Finally, hemp made easy, clean, and effective. GCNhemp.com or call 877-878-4203. That's right, we cut through the red tape. It's now available at GCNhemp.com or call 877-878-4203.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
Fellow Patriots, my name is Todd Savage, founder of BlackRifleRealEstate.com. Like you, I was a prisoner of the alt-left sanctuary state until one day I chose to lead my family to freedom. Today we live on a sustainable 20-acre homestead where we shoot, hunt, garden, and homeschool our children without the tyranny of the nanny state looking over us. If you're ready to flee the city to the freedom of Idaho or Montana, our Black Rifle Real Estate team is here to help. Go to BlackRifleRealEstate.com. That's BlackRifleRealEstate.com.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we're back on the bright side. Got lots of lines open. 844-236-6010 is our number. We'll get your call in our calls in our next segment. 844-236-6010. If you have questions about the longevity products, longevity business, our Truth Skin Health products, ingredients, formulations, a health challenge that you'd like help with, 844-236-6010 is our number. We're talking about dismantling memes or inoculating ourselves against memes. Just the distinction of memes is important because most of us are just living our lives, present company excluded, once again. Most people just live their lives based on beliefs, what they think is true, not necessarily what's true, what they believe is true. And oftentimes what we believe is true has been somehow given to us. We're vectors. From Daniel Dennett. Daniel Dennett is a famous philosopher who writes a lot about memes, actually. Quote, memes now spread around the world at the speed of light and replicate at rates that make even fruit flies and yeast cells look glacial in comparison. They leap promiscuously from vehicle to vehicle and from medium to medium and are proving to be virtually unquarantainable. They spread like wildfire. We can't be quarantined from them, but we can be inoculated through critical thinking. If you're taking a statin drug, folks, you have been infected. Yesterday, there was an article in the British Medical Journal, quoting a study in the British Medical Journal. I'm not a big believer in studies, as you know, but nonetheless, high cholesterol does not cause heart disease. New research finds, so treating with statins is a waste of time. Cholesterol does not cause heart disease in the elderly, and trying to reduce it with drugs like statin is a waste of time, an international group of experts has claimed. Now, keep in mind, this is another meme. Whether cholesterol causes heart disease or doesn't cause heart disease, if you're not basing it in hardcore biochemistry, you're dealing with a meme. Turns out that from a hardcore biochemical standpoint, cholesterol is very important stuff. Nonetheless, you've got people on the one side saying cholesterol causes heart disease, on another side it doesn't cause heart disease. There are people who are criticizing this article. So you can't go by studies. You got to go by biochemistry. You got to understand how the body's put together in just a basic kind of way. There's building and there's breaking down. Anything that supports building is going to be a good thing. Control building, not necessarily cells dividing really rapidly, but control building is a good thing. Anything that supports that is a good thing. Anything that helps you handle stresses and duresses, entropy, life breaking down, crap happens, as they say. Anything that helps you from a biochemical standpoint is going to be in your interest. Upregulation, the ability to withstand the inevitable duresses of life, upregulation of cellular materials is a good thing. Yesterday, I read this article and I got all excited and saying, oh my God. Well, it turns out that there's some controversy about it. The British Heart Association, the Oxford University, criticized the study. They criticized its conclusions and its methodology. And like I say, this is the nature of studies. Studies are not necessarily research, or I shouldn't say that. Studies are not necessarily scientific research. Epidemiology, studies are based on something called epidemiology, where they interview people. Interviewing people is a very non-scientific way to gather data. Yes, it's probably one of the only ways you can gather certain types of data, but nonetheless, it's not fair to draw conclusions based on interviewing people, and this is how epidemiology works. Epidemiology lends itself to agendas and cherry picking and statistical manipulations in order to prove a point. It lends itself to marketing. You know, drug companies will do epidemiological studies. In fact, even drug companies will do hardcore research. They'll do hardcore biochemical research, and then they'll cherry pick the studies. They'll pick the studies that they like. They'll pick the studies that prove their point. Biochemistry is different. Biochemistry is observable. Biochemistry is factual. Cholesterol is an anabolic substance, period. That's biochemistry. Cholesterol is a stress management substance, period. That's biochemistry. Now, whether eating eggs, which contain cholesterol, whether that's going to kill you, or how many eggs you have to eat a day in order to be healthy, or how many eggs can you eat a day before you get unhealthy, nobody knows that. That's epidemiology. They'll interview a bunch of people. They'll see how many eggs they ate per person, or how much each individual ate, and then they'll test the statistics on heart disease, and then they'll make what's called a correlation. A correlation between the amount of cholesterol people eat and their heart disease. But that doesn't mean causation. That's a famous truth. Correlation is not causation. Just because two things are correlated doesn't make them causal. And don't bother to argue with anybody who believes a meme. It's a waste of time. They're like mind zombies. There's no there. If there's no critical thinker inside somebody's head when they have a belief system, forget it. It isn't going to work. Robert Heinlein, the great science fiction writer, said, you can't teach a pig to sing. It's not going to work, and you're just going to piss off the pig. And it's basically, It's a derivative of what Jesus said when he said, don't cast your pearls before swine. And I don't mean that in a bad way or a negative way. I'm just saying, if somebody's been infected by a meme, it's not going to work. I get calls all the time. I get letters all the time. Help my wife. My wife doesn't believe me. She wants to go to the doctor. Help my husband. He wants to go to the doctor. Help my son, my daughter. They want to go to the doctor. They think you're crazy. They think Pharmacist Ben is just some kind of nutcase. Help us. Help us to teach them. You can't teach them if that's what they want to do. And then that's their right to do anyway. But you know what, folks? The body's built to recover. It's built to heal. That ain't a meme. That's observable fact. Every time you cut yourself shaving, every time you get a paper cut, what happens? That healing is your testimony to the body's biochemical ability to heal and recover. Cells divide, blood clots, and white blood cells come to the area to clean things up. Collagen gets secreted. And the next day, you don't have a cut anymore. That's healing. That's how the body has evolved. That we are the descendants of people who healed their wounds. We are the descendants of ancestors who healed and recovered. It's built into the system. And it's not medical. It's life. It's lifestyle. It's the human biological system. If you're healthy, if you want to be healthy and you're not, work with food, work with nutrition, work with respiration, air, inhaling oxygen, blowing off carbon dioxide. Does that sound simplistic? Well, it's fundamental. All disease has an element of a lack of oxygen and an accumulation of carbon dioxide and waste. So breathe. You know, breathing is one of the best detoxes you can do. Blowing off carbon dioxide is blowing off waste. Deep breathing pumps your blood. Deep breathing moves your diaphragm. Deep breathing kicks in your second heart. Your diaphragm's your second heart. And not only that, slow deep breathing activates electrical systems in the diaphragm. You become more electrical with slow deep breathing. When was the last time somebody got a prescription for that? Slow deep breathing. The digestive system, work on the gut, the intestine that is, movement, relaxation, positive thinking, positive emotion, spirituality. You can throw in nature, negative ions. Nature, why do we like to be out in trees, out in the trees and out on the beach and out in nature? That's not a meme. We know we feel better. That ain't no meme. You know good and well you feel better when you're at the beach. Why? Negative ions. That's not a meme. Service, help somebody. When you help somebody else, your PTSD drops. That's not a meme. That's what actually happens. When you serve somebody else, you secrete oxytocin. That's a love chemical. That's not a meme. That's biochemistry. When you're in gratitude, your parasympathetic nervous system, your relaxation nervous system is activated. That's not a meme. That's biochemistry. Love. When you feel love for somebody, feel connected to somebody, your fear hormones drop. That's not a meme. That's biochemistry. All right. I'm Pharmacist Ben. 844-236-6010 is our number. You are listening to The Bright Side. We will be back with your phone calls, 844-236-6010, and more good health information right after this.
Most of you know that heart disease is the #1 silent killer in the U.S. What if I told you for just $54.95 a month you could fight against heart disease naturally? At Heart and Body Extract, we've been helping thousands of people get back to a healthier heart. Don't just take my word for it. Check out all of the success stories at hbextract.com. Or to order, call 866-295-5305. That's 866-295-5305. hbextract.com. Don't risk it when you can take charge of it.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Block-It Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockItPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockItPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockItPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
Democratic Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez visits a southern border detention center and claims to see migrants and asylum seekers drinking water from toilets.
They should be given water. They should be given basic access to human rights.
Federal officials concede that the detention centers are cramped, but they're denying most of what Ocasio-Cortez claims to have seen. White House Deputy Press Secretary Hogan Gidley says.
I'm glad she's saying it's horrible down at the border. We've been saying that now for 2 years.
Gidley blaming Democrats for not agreeing to change laws that are drawing migrants to the southern border seeking asylum. President Trump's campaign and the GOP raising $105 million in the year's second quarter, giving the president a big edge over Democratic competitors who've divided donors in the 2020 presidential race. And this is USA Radio News.
There's no question you need omega-3s. But which form should you take? Fish oil or krill oil? Scientists have debated this for years. Luckily, there's a new solution to satisfy everyone. It's called Krill Omega 50 Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil and joint-soothing krill oil together in just one tiny pill. It's so powerful, it can promote the health of your heart and your arteries. And if that wasn't enough, it can also boost your joint comfort in just days. We're so sure Krill Omega 50 Plus will work for you. We'll even send you a free bottle to put to the test. The debate is over. It's not fish oil or krill oil. It's both. And now it's free. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and claim your free bottle. Call now. 1-800-399-6392. 1-800-399-6392. That's 1-800-399-6392.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business, so make sure that they create a positive impression with Reputation Defender. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with Reputation Defender. Call 800-831-0771 now. That's 800-831-0771. For your free reputation analysis. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with Reputation Defender. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. Call 800-831-0771 to learn more. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771.
Registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs understands the importance of supplementing with glucosamine and chondroitin for optimal health and vitality. That's why he recommends Glucogel from Youngevity.
Get on the Glucogel caps from Youngevity. They're a great way to treat arthritis and any kind of joint issues. And oh, by the way, glucosamine is great for helping support the vascular system, the blood vessel system too. So you'll get multiple benefits from the Glucogel caps. You'll be able to treat your arthritis and joints as well as the circulatory system. And also the Glucogel caps can help prevent wrinkles. The Glucogel caps support collagen synthesis.
Take pharmacist Ben's advice and support your joint, circulatory system, and skin health by ordering Glucogel from Youngevity. Call 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470 or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
All right, we're back on the bright side with lines open, 844-236-6010. Hang tight if you're on hold. We'll get you momentarily. You can purchase our Truth Skin Health products at truthtreatments.com. Pharmacy potency without a prescription, retinol 5% gel, Truth Transdermal C Serum, Truth Transdermal C Balm, our Truth Biomimetic Mineral Mist, and all our Truth Treatment products are up at truthtreatments.com. If you're an esthetician or a spa owner, you want to check out truthtreatmentspro.com. And we got some specials going on and new products coming out hopefully this week. Maybe next week, but hopefully this week. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number on the bright side from Bloomberg News. Is CBD really the marijuana that cures all? Wonder drug or modern-day snake oil? So CBD, everybody's heard of CBD now. I started studying cannabinoids in pharmacy school in the 80s. They told us about the cannabinoid nervous system, the endocannabinoid system. And I remember being very, very impressed with the endocannabinoid system. I made it a topic of my personal research for many years, studying CBD, cannabinoids, the endocannabinoid system. It's just an amazing part of our biochemistry, our neurology. So it's not snake oil. CBD works for pain, it works for anxiety, and when I say CBD, I'm talking about one of the many hundred, probably 100 or so, or maybe more, they keep finding new ones, of chemical structures called cannabinoids. Cannabinoid refers to, or when you hear anoid, I-N-O-I-D, it refers to a family of substance, like retinoids are a family of vitamin A substances. Cannabinoids are a family of cannabis substances, cannabis being marijuana. THC, tetrahydrocannabinol, that's the one that gets all the press, that's the one that gets you stoned. But there's 100 plus of these cannabinoids, CBD being one of them. There's a big debate in the world of CBD between what they call isolate and full spectrum. Isolate is just the CBD. Full spectrum is a lot of different cannabinoids, not 100, but they'll test for 6 or 7 of them versus the isolate. That's a whole other story. Personally, I would be working with the isolate if I was in manufacturer because it's much easier to standardize the isolate than the full spectrum. But in any case, CBD is the real deal, folks. It's like aspirin. It is the real deal. Cannabinoids work because they're in our body, like aspirin's in our body. The human body has evolved to work with aspirin. This is why aspirin is so non-toxic and has so many benefits, is because the human body has evolved with plants. Plants make aspirin, not quite. They make a derivative. They make something similar to aspirin. And so the human body has evolved along with plants over the course of thousands and thousands of years to be able to respond to salicylic acid, which is a plant defensive molecule. Well, acetyl salicylic acid is pretty much the same thing, and the body has evolved to live with it, to work with it. And what does it do in response to acetyl salicylic acid? It helps the body handle stresses, whether the stresses are blood clots, and we know that aspirin has blood thinning effects, or whether the stresses are immune stresses, and we know aspirin has antimicrobial effects. Aspirin is just an amazing substance because the body has evolved to work with it. Well, CBD is very similar. It's an amazing substance because the body has it in it. And that's why it's non-toxic, and that's why it's good for has all kinds of benefits, and it is most certainly not snake oil. It's the real deal, and people will be using CBD as medicine once it becomes accepted, it's becoming, of course, more and more accepted, they'll be using it like they use aspirin. It'll be in drugstores. It's already in drugstores. I was at CVS a couple of days ago talking about, in Rhode Island, talking to them about CBD. It's in drugstores now. It's like aspirin. It's the real deal. More on CBD. This article just came out today. Or no, it came out last week, actually. Cannabidiol is a powerful antibiotic. This is news. This is a new one. New research has found that cannabidiol, that's CBD, is active against gram-positive bacteria, including staph and strep, with a potency, get this, similar to that of established antibiotics such as vancomycin and daptomycin, both of which are super strong antibiotics. This was research presented at the ASM Microbe, the American Society for Microbiology annual convention. What more do you want to see from an active ingredient? And this is all non-toxic, folks. I'm telling you, it is amazing, amazing medicine, CBD. And it's by no means a fashion or a fad or a meme. It's not a meme. It's biochemistry. All right, let me do one more here and we'll get your phone calls. This is kind of interesting. Yeah, last week we read about how researchers are trying to eliminate gut bacteria's ability to metabolize drugs so the drugs will work better. They have a problem because gut bacteria metabolize drugs. I think that we should be taking advantage of gut bacteria's ability to metabolize drugs and supporting gut health. Gut bacteria help the body detoxify drugs. Gut bacteria are detoxifying. Gut bacteria, intestinal bacteria, probiotics, fiber, prebiotics, making sure the environment is good for the microbiome is a major detox strategy. Well, now it turns out that these gut bacteria also protect us against food allergies. What does that mean? Conversely, it means disruptions at the level of your gut bacteria can cause food allergies or at least be associated with them. I've said this for so long. It is kind of gratifying when the studies and the research corroborate what is just common sense from a biochemical standpoint. Food allergies are a gut problem. Now, you guys listening to this program are already, you know all this stuff. But out there in the real world, people think it's not them. I got into a hassle, some argument. Silly me, I decided I was going to offer my services to some gal who had hypersensitive skin last week. And I had to tell her, you don't have hypersensitive skin unless you have an intestinal problem. Oh, she didn't want to hear that. Holy moly. She told me how she wrote a letter about how irresponsible I was. I didn't even ask her history. You don't need your history. You just need to know your symptoms. If you have a problem on your skin, you have a problem in your blood. Because unless, with rare exceptions, something topical, but that's rare. So if you have a problem with your skin, like anything else, you got a problem in your blood. If you got a problem in your blood, something's getting into your blood. If something's getting into your blood, it's got to be the digestive system unless you're sticking it in through your skin. This gal did not want to hear it. Remember, you cannot argue with somebody who's infected by memes, especially if they have a preconceived notion or preconceived idea. Anyway, new therapy targets gut bacteria to prevent and reverse food allergies. All right, let me do one more. I'll get your phone calls. From the CMA Journal. This is anticonvulsants for back pain. Stop prescribing anticonvulsants for back pain. Anticonvulsants, among the nastiest drugs you can take. Anticonvulsant prescriptions for back and neck pain have increased 535% in the last 10 years. Although the drugs such as gabapentin and pregabalin, that's Lyrica, those aren't the really bad ones. The really bad ones are like Tegretol. They use those for bipolar disorder too. In a review of 9 major studies, researchers from the University of Sydney in Australia concluded there's no evidence that anticonvulsants help ease back pain. Worse, they cause a wide range of adverse reactions, from dizziness, nausea, and fatigue to tremors. You can add the same kind of warning to anticonvulsants taken for bipolar disorder. If you ever wonder why they do that, it's because anticonvulsants have a stabilizing effect, and bipolar disorder is thought to be an instability in the firing of nerve cells. Anyway, they're nasty drugs. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back with your phone calls right after this.
Let me ask you something. What are you doing when you put money in a 401k or IRA, or store jumper cables in your vehicle, or purchase health insurance? You're preparing. You're preparing to ensure you have enough money for retirement. You're preparing for when your car battery dies, or to have assistance paying a major unexpected medical bill. That all makes sense. The same goes for building a food storage plan. You're preparing for when emergencies or disasters strike and shelves go empty at your grocery store. The best way to prepare is with My Patriot Supply. They've helped 1 million hardworking Americans become more self-sufficient. My Patriot Supply sells hundreds of items, including dozens of emergency food kits, at MyPatriotSupply.com. It could be an earthquake, a cyber attack freezing our banking system, or a disaster that shuts down our power grid for weeks. For all these emergencies and more, get your supplies and prepare today at MyPatriotSupply.com. No more rushing to find empty store shelves because you're too late. Do it now so you're ready. MyPatriotSupply.com.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on health care by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about health care. Visit brightsideben.com and listen to Doc Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join the Brightside Ben team. Go to brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com.
Hey everyone! Proactive MD has an incredible offer for our radio listeners only. Stay tuned for our exclusive offer that includes a free charcoal pore cleansing brush and free shipping. Proactive MD with prescription strength adapalene can heal and prevent future breakouts. Today, for just $19.95, we're offering listeners the 3-piece Proactive MD system with free shipping, plus a free gift, the new charcoal pore cleansing brush. Get this exclusive offer by calling now, 1-800-583-8662, or go to proactive.com and enter promo code radio. You heard right. Proactive MD plus free shipping and a free gift. The new charcoal pore cleansing brush. You'll get all this for just $19.95 and their 60-day money-back guarantee. You're guaranteed to get clear and stay clear, or you get your money back. Call now. 1-800-583-8662. That's 1-800-583-8662. Or go to proactive.com and enter promo code radio. Again, go to proactive.com and enter promo code radio.
Policies issued by American General Life Insurance Company, Houston, Texas. Not available in all states. For details, visit AIGdirect.com.
Do you have a family? Would you like to help make sure they'll be taken care of if anything were to happen to you? If you answered yes, you probably need life insurance. Now, do you think life insurance is expensive? If you answered yes to that too, you definitely need to give AIG Direct a call. We could find you a $250,000 policy for just $14 a month, which means you could save hundreds of dollars a year. Call us now for a free, no-obligation quote. 1-800-919-5435. Since 1995, we've helped millions of people find out if they could save up to 70% on their term life insurance. See how affordably we can help you protect your family. Call AIG Direct now for your free quote. 1-800-919-5435. You could save up to 70%. That's 1-800-919-5435. 1-800-919-5435.
You are listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. Time to hit the phones. Let's go to Idaho. Excuse me. Let's say good morning to Shauna. What is up? Shauna, how you doing this morning?
Great. That was awesome. I loved your whole thing this morning. I just need to listen again and memorize it. But
what about the memes?
All of that. How we've just got to investigate. We've got to understand how the chemicals are working and everything.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
I need to do all that good eating and the breathing and the thinking and everything. But what makes the cyst start growing and going into a bone?
Well, cysts are one of the common ways biochemical disruptions show up in the body. Ovarian cysts, cysts on the skin, cysts in the bone, cysts in the liver, cysts in the kidney. And it's just a common thing. So what is it? So again, we're going to work with memes, right? So what exactly is a cyst? I mean, that's how, if you want to dismantle a meme, we got to figure out what's a cyst. Cysts can grow anywhere. They're mostly non-benign, but there's something's growing. That's a cyst is a growth, is basically what you're talking about. Now, if it can occur in parts of the body that cause pain, it can occur in parts of the body that cause disruptions, but you have cysts and not even know it. So a cyst is a growth. How cells grow is tightly controlled. So if cells are growing too fast, that means the signals for growth are overriding the signals for stability. How a cell grows is a balance of inhibition and activation. It's kind of a balance. When cells grow out of control, the inhibitory or the braking mechanism has been disrupted. The braking mechanism gets disrupted for a lot of reasons, but basically the same reasons anything else happens: starvation, suffocation, intoxication. Now, a lot of times there's hormones and chemicals that are involved that stimulate growth, and estrogen and insulin are your two major bad guys for all cysts. All of them. All growths. Fibroids are another one. Linings, when linings overgrow. Anytime you have overgrowth, you've got some kind of imbalance in growth substances, particularly estrogens and insulin. Those are your most important ones. Testosterone sometimes, but mostly it's estrogen and insulin. So if you have cysts, you're dealing with cysts, the first thing you want to do is start to work with your estrogen. How do you work with estrogen? This is very important because estrogen gets, number one, estrogen gets a lot of bad press. And number two, estrogenic illnesses are really, they're one of the major causes of breakdown, of bodily breakdown for a lot of reasons. Now, here's the thing about estrogen. You want to think of it as a food issue. Remember, we have a triangle of disease that's underneath everything: food, blood sugar, and stress hormones. Estrogen functions, when estrogen is overactive, you want to focus on foods, especially fats, and absorption and how you break down fats. So all that has to do with the intestine. This is true for endometriosis. This is true for problems with periods. This is true for PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is a cyst problem. This is true for all cysts. It's true for autoimmune diseases. This is true for fibromyalgia. Anything that involves excess estrogen, focus on how you're processing fats and make sure you're giving yourself fats, good fats. Essential fatty acids are critical. Also vitamin A and vitamin E, all your fatty vitamins actually. And then there's minerals that are important that are processed by the fatty system. Zinc and selenium stand out. Probiotics are very important. This is for all estrogen issues. Probiotics, good bacteria, intestinal health, fiber, making sure you're having regular bowel movements, working on your liver. Now, I know I'm giving you a lot of stuff. You can just review this in the archives, but these are all things to target if you're dealing with an estrogenic health challenge, cysts included. Then there's the insulin connection. That's the blood sugar connection, and I don't want to confuse the issue, but the relationship between insulin and estrogen is very close. So chances are they go together. If you have problems in one, it's possible and maybe likely that you'll have problems in the other. PCOS is a classic example. Polycystic ovarian syndrome is a classic example of both insulin, which is blood sugar, and estrogen, which is fats, disruption causing the same problem, or interactions between the two causing the same problem. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. So I'm trying to simplify here. I hope I don't get you too confused. Get on your ultimate EFAs. Make sure you're doing fiber with all your meals. Do probiotics. Get on the Sweeties. Use the Healthy Start Pack. These are all ways that you're going to handle cysts of any kind, whether they're going into the bone or whether they're in your ovaries or uterus or wherever the heck they are, kidneys, wherever they are.
And so then the body will zero in on that one when things are going
cysts
right?
can go away. Absolutely, cysts can go away. The body can handle cysts. The body has an immune system that's designed to do these things.
Yeah.
So yes, the cysts can go away, but as long as the biochemistry is off, they're not going to go away. But cysts need to be regarded as your biochemistry is disrupted. They're benign, but the disruption in the biochemistry can cause other problems too. So, or cysts can be precancerous. And there's lots of them. It doesn't matter whether it's a ganglion cyst or a kidney cyst or a skin cyst or an ovarian cyst or whatever it is. All right. I got to motivate. Shauna, thank you so much for your call. Appreciate it. Have a beautiful day. All right. Take care. Let's go to my good friend Barry here. What is up, Barry? How you doing?
All right. I want to ask, because I've looked at some things on the internet by registered dietitians, and I think I made you hear a comment about those type of people. It sounds like, do you believe they are qualified to give good nutritional?
No, dietitians are classic meme vectors. They're used by the food industry. They're used by various corporations selling magical formulas, and by drug companies, and by the medical model, just the medical model in general, to be vectors, meme vectors, and because you don't have to be all that smart to be a dietitian necessarily. There's a lot, and I'm not saying I'm not talking about all dietitians. You can be a smart dietitian for sure, and you can have good advice. But generally speaking, they're vectors for the medical model, as are unfortunately doctors and a lot of nurses. You know what I mean when I say vectors? They're ways that memes are spread. So the dietitians still believe in low fat and watching your cholesterol, all of these ideas that are spread mimetically but don't stand up to scrutiny. So no, I'm not a fan of most dietitian dogma. You know what a dogma is? A dogma is, in religion anyway, it's something that you accept on faith rather than by examination or science. That's what religious dogma is. That's what the genetic dogma is. They call it the central dogma. And that's what nutritional dogma, which is spread mimetically through vectors that we trust or we're taught to trust, again, a meme, like dietitians, and even nutritionists, unfortunately. And unfortunately, even some alternative practitioners will spread these kinds of mimetic, non-scientific ideas through the culture. And it's unfortunate. But once again, critical thinking and looking for the science, the biochemistry, that is, not the statistical science, not the studies, but the biochemistry of everything, doing a little bit of research and figuring out how the body works, just the basics of it, that's how you inoculate yourself against these ideas. So we don't necessarily want to blame the vector. We want to work on us so we don't spread, we don't act to further spread, act as a vector to further spread the bad ideas, the memes. So no. Long answer, but I'm not a big fan of dietitian dogma. Does that answer your question?
Yes. One more quick question.
Sure.
What's your opinion on monk fruit?
It's interesting stuff, monk fruit. Now, monk fruit, they have monk fruit extracts and monk fruit powder, which is very sweet. Monk fruit itself has a nice sweet taste to it, and it's a fruit. That means you're going to get some nutritional value from it. But you're talking, I imagine you mean monk fruit powder as a sugar substitute. Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I'm new to it, so I didn't know it came in that form. But just whether it's a good, what is
the fruit itself?
Yeah, what is really that good?
Oh, the fruit itself is it's definitely I assume you're talking about the fruit. I haven't really seen the fruit, but. The fruit itself is, it's a fruit. So you're going to get vitamin C in there. You're going to get B complex. You're going to get magnesium. You'll get electrolytes. So it's a valuable fruit, but a valuable food, I should say. But what you're talking about is monk fruit extract and monk fruit powder, which is a concentrated sugar or a concentrated sweetener that's used as a sugar replacement along the lines of stevia. It's sweeter than stevia. I actually was playing around with monk fruit powder. It doesn't cause cavities. It's non-karyogenic, as they say, and it doesn't bump up your insulin. So, it's got some benefits to it. But the fruit itself is a good source of vitamin C and potassium and other nutrients. All right, Barry, thanks for your call. Appreciate it. And that's all the time we have for today on The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Check out our websites, brightsideben.com, pharmacistben.com, and criticalhealthnews.com for the longevity products. Truth Skin Health products for our Truth treatment products. And don't forget to take a look at truthnourishment.com. That should be up and running here in the next day or two. Truthnourishment.com. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have a wonderful, beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. Thanks for listening to The Bright Side. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.